general focus of day 3 still more on defense side of the ball?
Yeah, defense, details. You know, we're doing some offensive stuff, but a lot less than defensive stuff.
Tangibly, what have you been able to get out of Langston so far? What is he? Is it more than just veteran leadership?
Yeah, he's playing well. I mean, you gotta remember, the reason we got this guy here is because of what he's proven that he is, you know, in this league over a 8-9 year period, and also with Team USA. I mean, he's been one of their key players, you know, in the qualification windows, and you know, he's just a great example of what a veteran player should be, and what a young player should be. Great habits, here early, on top of everything, knows exactly what's going on, encourages guys, you know, all that stuff. So he's doing a good job.
With the amount you've focused on defense, do you have any like specific goals for the season, or is it just kind of improvement across the board?
Well, before getting into some thing throwing out numbers, you know, we have a few more days of practice before we play a game, and then, you know, we're playing good teams in preseason. You know, Charlotte, New York. You know, those teams are tough teams, and so we'll get a gauge with where we are, and it's going to be something that's going to be ongoing, completely ongoing. And you know, what's interesting about defense is that when you play it well, it sets up your offense very well. But shot selection has a big influence on how good your defense is. And so, you know, we're really focusing on the kind of shots that we create, getting guys in the mode of being extremely unselfish with creating the best shot for the team. And so those are the main emphases right now.
Has Goga been able to do most of stuff? Or what has been?
Today he was a full go in everything. Today was a little bit lighter day as we worked on details and did some more teaching and did review of the things that we put in the first 2 days. Tomorrow is going to be a hard day. It's going to be, you know, a lot of competing. You know, a lot of continued emphasis on physical defense, you know, communication, finishing plays, you know, competing on every possession within the system, and you know, and then we'll be off on Saturday. So tomorrow's extremely important, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Terry Taylor feels like he's a really underrated, valuable piece to this core. What's been your impressions of him so far? He had an impressive summer league. Seems like he's growing pretty well on a nice track as well.
He feels that way, or you do?
Me personally, I think so.
Yeah, I agree. But I was wondering, did he come to you and say that?
No, that was me. That's all me.
He is a guy that is as consistent as any young player I've ever seen. Knows his job. You know, you know exactly what you're going to get from him. You know, NBA players are men, not machines. So he may not make every shot every day, but he's gonna take the right kinds of shots. He's gonna be there for his teammates. He's gonna be a great screener. He's gonna be a really good crasher. Defensively, he's gonna be on point with assignments, and you know, it's a real tribute to Tom Hankins, the job he did last year with the Mad Ants, and his work developing Terry and getting him ready to play with us last year. I mean, he's really been solid.
Subject to development, what growth have you seen from Andrew and Kendall since summer league?
Yeah, it's when you're in your first year, it's just constant learning, you know. But both guys have very good moxie. They have very good knowledge of the game. They're resourceful in their ability to take things that are taught and put them into action. And you know, I'm impressed. You know, today was a day where, as I said, was really focused on a lot of detailed stuff, but Kendall Brown really had a good day. He took things that he's learned the first 2 days, and he was where he needed to be on everything offensively and defensively, stepping into the right kinds of shots, and he continues to work on the right kinds of things. And same thing with Nemhard. These guys are both cut from a similar cloth.
As far as film sessions go, you can take us into it a little bit. Is it more one-on-one, group setting, all of it together? What's your role in the film studies?
What's my role? I'm the head coach. I schedule. Listen, I've got a great staff, and I don't want my voice to be the voice that's always heard. One of my important jobs is to empower my staff to be talented and to teach and to grow from their responsibility. And I've got to manage all that and make sure that I'm teaching them the right things that need to be communicated to players. But the staff is doing a lot of the film work. They're doing a lot of the teaching on the floor, and they're all great communicators. We got a bunch of really talented coaches on the staff.
Sounds like it was a big teaching day. Can you take us into what that was like?
Yeah, it's one of those days where attention to detail is really important, on plays, play calls defensively, and just communication in general. Young group of guys, so we've got to hone in on communication. It's the biggest part, of a great defense, and that's what we did today.
Sounds like that's been productive, just from what we've heard. Is that fair?
Yeah, we've got an energetic group, and you would rather have that than a quiet gym. So we've got a group that wants to talk, wants to communicate, and help each other out. And I feel like you start your foundation from there.
When there were struggles defensively, when you and Miles were both out, what did you notice kind of was missing, and how can you specifically kind of help fix some of those issues?
I'm just like one of those guys that kind of mucks everything up because I'm pressing and speeding people up and forcing them to the rim. But when you have a guy like Miles who's out, who blocks 3 shots a game, you really feel that, when you don't have that presence back there. But to have someone like Isaiah, take another step, another year, because he's just as good at blocking shots. You have guys like that, it makes you play harder, but when you miss that, you can really feel it.
Rick has told us about the 2-to-1 ratio defense to offense. Have you ever done anything like that? Have you ever had that kind of emphasis on one side of the ball in camp before?
Yes and no, but to be a great team, you got to have a great defense. It starts there. Offense can be free-flowing. People can get shots, just out of pick and roll, but if you're not getting stops, you're not going to win in this league.
I know it's only been a couple days, but have you seen improvement so far, or is that more of a long-term type thing?
Yeah, you definitely see improvement. You see stuff we have to work on. Every day is not going to be perfect, but if you have guys giving 110% in camp, going as hard as they can every day, that's all you can ask for, and the consistency will come.
Is the team motivated by the fact that last year wasn't a great defensive year? Is that a motivation thing, or have you moved on from that?
I feel like, everyone did some self-reflecting and said we all could have been better, and that's from top to bottom, and it starts with us. So I feel like all of us are, together in the aspect that we want to be better on defense and offense as well.
What's been your early impressions playing with Aaron, and what he's like as a teammate?
Oh, he's a phenomenal teammate. My man can really shoot it. I think he's going to really help us. He's going to be able to stretch the floor and open it up for everyone, and really lucky and happy to have him here.
Do you relish the opportunity with so many rookies? You can probably catch them on that inbounds. Plenty of time.
Don't tell them that. But, yeah, absolutely. I like to take advantage of that stuff and get another possession when I can.
You caught them several times already?
You ask them. It's happened once or twice, but we haven't had too many inbounds passes.
So I think the typical fan might not know this, but you have your own shoes.
Yep.
So tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, Ethics. So I created this about 9 months ago. Ethics, the brand. I've been working on it for about 3 years now. Me and my wife co-founded, and hey, we just continue to build. We're on shoot 4 right now, upcoming. So we're excited. We got shoot 2, 3 in the works. One step at a time. It's all about underdogs. That's what I created. I'm an underdog, undrafted, so I'm all about underdogs. Having underdogs underneath my umbrella.
That's awesome. And then in Phoenix, you were in Phoenix a couple years ago. You saw this kind of young core develop into what they become.
Yep.
You've only been around the team for a few weeks, but what's it been like just seeing these young guys and helping them develop?
It's really good. Being that veteran leader, being able to be in different guys' ears, trying to help them pick up little small nuances, small stuff that you can get away in the game with, and then just having fun. I think a lot of guys are just learning right now, trying to figure out, all right, how can I, just get better each day, learn from my mistakes and build on that. So just trying to keep everybody confident, and hey, I'm learning from them as well. They have a lot of new stuff that they've brought into the game. So it's really a back and forth, kind of like each day, competitive games, and I love it. I love it.
What stood out to you so far about Benedict?
It's competitive, competitiveness in every drill, and then athleticism stands out. By far, he's probably one of the most athletic guys on the team. But I think that's probably his biggest kind of like appeal. Like, hey, if he go out there each and every day, compete his ass off, he's going to go far in this league.
How have you seen Jalen develop between the time when you were in Phoenix compared to now?
Oh man, his confidence is completely changed from being in Phoenix. He was a rookie at the time, trying to figure it all out. But now you can kind of see that he's worked on his game. He's got a lot of confidence in his dribble now, a lot of confidence in his jump shot. Just being able to mess with him every single day. That's like my rook. Like he was underneath my umbrella when I was in Phoenix. So. Being able to see him again, see how much he's grown, I'm always just encouraging him, just continue to go, continue to grind, and it's all going to pay off.
How do you mess with him?
Little small stuff that we have, in the locker room that we do, so it's cool.
Speaking of the grind, you've been a part of FIBA for a little bit now. What's that whole process been like for you?
It's been great. It's been great. I've done 3 windows, just helping the USA team qualify for the World Cup next year. It's been really fun. I've done trips to Puerto Rico, Cuba, Colombia, and we played against a number of teams. So it's been a lot of fun. A completely different experience from playing in the States against other guys from America and in the NBA. So I really enjoyed it, and a lot of credit from me getting here from Sean and Jim Boylan. So.
Might be a stretch, correct me if it is. When I was talking with Jalen about Tyrese, he brought up Chris Paul. Are there some traits and similarities you see in both?
Yeah, I think their IQs are through the roof. Being able to see, passes before it happens, like a guy's moving in a certain direction and they're able to find that guy before it even happens. So that's a huge thing. And, it's crazy because he's about 6'5", 6'6". He has a little advantage of a lot of guys think he can't shoot. And I think that he just continues to go out there and prove that, hey, he's expanding his range. And then another thing, competitiveness. That's a thing that people think is unnoticed, but it goes noticed. Like he comes out, competes his ass off every day, and wants to be the best player on the court. So I truly appreciate going against him every day.
With the experience you have around the league, is it hard for a guy in his 3rd year to be the team leader? But do you feel like he is kind of that for this team?
I think guys have different qualities of being leaders. Like you don't have to be a vocal leader necessarily in your 3rd year, but it comes from different guys on the team. Like you have one guy that's a vocal leader, one guy that's he works hard every single day, so you'll see him being a leader. But then you also have guys on the court, like they'll talk a lot, they'll try to pull the best out of each and every one of the guys. So that's why I feel like you kind of get, you don't have to be the main leader, but there's a ton of leaders that, kind of help the team go and build that chemistry and build that culture within the organization.
Langston, what motivates you to still be playing, still be at it? What's your driving factor these days?
I just love playing. I think a lot of people, they write me off every single day. And I think I got a lot of love in the tank. And
I just continue to work every single day, continue to get better, and just continue to prove myself. Like I said, I feel like I have a lot left in the tank going into year 9, and just want to continue to prove myself and prove the doubters wrong.
What was your experience like with Gans and College Park last year?
It was really good, really good. I enjoyed that experience. It kind of gave me the opportunity to kind of like understand, where the league is headed, but also too, like, building my confidence, building my leadership role from the perspective of how can I get better and how can I make the guys around me get better. And I mean, it really showcased, like, towards the end of the season, we won 11 straight games, and I know it's the G League, but still, it's like, hey, you go out there, any given day, a team can come out there and get them to give you your best shot and beat you. So for us to, make 11 straight wins going into the playoffs, that's a big accomplishment especially for that organization.
You mentioned that underdog mentality. Was that coming out of college into the league, or was that a mentality you acquired even before that?
I think it's been, on my kind of like head my whole career, really. I've never been the tallest guy. I've never been the fastest guy. I've never been the have the most athleticism on the court. Just every single day, like just in here, living in here. I'm a lab rat. I'm always in here getting after it. Morning before practice, evenings after practice, just trying to find ways to continue to get better. And that's what I truly love about this game. And in my competitiveness, I love competing. I love competing against the best in the world. And it don't matter, where I'm at, if I'm playing here, on the park, wherever. I'm trying to go out there and win. That's all I care about is winning. And that's why I try to, bring on my team. And, for the last couple of days, my team's been winning, so that's all I can say.
Has it been reinvigorating at all to see all these young guys that were in your shoes where you were 10 years ago,
yeah,
and to put your arm around them a little bit?
Yeah, no, it's definitely exciting to see that. That means I've done a lot of great things in my career to be at this point, and guys like, I remember when you were with the Knicks, I remember when you were with Detroit. Like, that's, it makes me feel good knowing that, I've kind of carved out my own path in this league, and I just continue to push every single day and try to showcase, hey, I always can still go, and gonna continue to go.
Because of your time in the East, is it kind of strange to see the Pacers kind of not be pushing towards the playoffs, being a team that was always around?
Yeah, it's definitely different. They've had a great team every time I played them. PG years, you had Roy Hibbert and those guys, like when I played against them early in my career. So, I think that this team has a lot of qualities, like where they can kind of continue to grow and they can prove a lot of people wrong. Like, people don't care about the Pacers right now, but I mean, we go out here, play the right way, play hard on defense, play hard offensively. They can make a lot of noise. So that's why I feel like I'm here, and I'm willing to help out and build that culture back and find a way to get back to the playoffs.
Each morning you post like some kind of motivational tweet, it seems like. What's the backstory behind that?
Yeah, I post every morning, be great, or another day to be great. It's just, just focus on the day. Can't worry about yesterday because yesterday's gone. Can't worry about tomorrow because it's not promised. So it's just, say, be great today. Focus on the day, and everything else will take care of itself.
What's number 11 signify for you?
It actually brings me back to when I was in high school. That was my number in high school. But then also, too, my son was born May 11th. So I kind of embodied that number and kind of giving him a little kudos.
And one last thing on USA Basketball, how did that involvement work? How did you kind of get the invite and decide that was something you wanted to pursue? Yeah,
so last year kind of started, they were only giving opportunity to guys in the G League, and it kind of fell on my plate where they were like, hey, look, we don't know much about, because I've never played USA before that, so they were like, hey, well, we don't know much about you, but we'll take you in. First window, played well. They said, hey, look, we want you back for the second window. Played even better, and in this third window, it was no question. They're like, look, if you have opportunity to come back, we want you to come back. And I was like, yeah, I'll come back, play, and then they'll lead right into training camp. So, I think that all that built up into, me getting this invite and getting this opportunity. So I'm just excited about, all that. Sean and like I said, Jim giving me the opportunity to play, and then what Team USA has done for me.
Is he still coaching when he's over there?
Nah. He's not coaching. He's doing whatever he got to do, and I'm doing whatever I got to do. So, yeah, it's good.
Appreciate it.